Loretta's for me growing up, and I mean I think for everybody, it's the place that you want to qualify. You want to. It's the best in the nation, and that was always when we were little. It's like, man, if we could just make it to Loretta's, we'd be awesome. We'd be fast then. And my first year here was '87. I was 3 years old. They were just carrying me around, and that first year I qualified was 92. I did every other year from that year on until '04. So I came back in 2002 on the 250 two-stroke and 250B stock, and childhood dream come true to win the title at Loretta's, to be considered first in the nation, the best there is in that class. Yeah, we left and came down and did a little presentation to one of the local schools, Waverly Junior High, I think is what they called it. They pretty much got all the kids into the gym, and we brought our bikes in and had our gear on and kind of explained to them what GNCC racing is, and talked about safety and touched on issues like bullying and social media and stuff like that. Yeah, the race, I've been working on my starts a lot, and the race, my bike started good. I got up there, I was maybe fourth, coming into the second corner, and it had come a downpour right before the race, so it was super slick, and I don't know, I started to slide coming into the second corner, and I let off the brakes, everything you're supposed to do when you're sliding, and I thought I was gonna save it, but apparently somebody was into the back of me, just kind of pushed me down, pushed me over, and so got up last. I caught up to the pack, and passed some dudes. And fell again, and ended up getting a migraine, and everybody kept saying, oh, it's because of the heat. It was a heat headache, but it's 90 degrees out there today. I ain't got a headache. I mean, I've never had a heat headache in my life, and I've never had a migraine in my life, but that hurt. My head hurt worse that day than it ever has. I just kept telling myself that I would push through it. Let me just focus on the track and focus on taking good lines or whatever, and I'll get through it. But as soon as I try to go fast, I'd want to puke, and I had to stop a couple times just to. And I finally, gave in to the fact that it was going to hurt, and the race was going to suck. But I didn't want to pull off, because I don't ever want to pull off. And so I finished it out. It wasn't fun at all, and I didn't feel good after, but got her done. Well, Mom and Dad have 33 acres here. My grandfather has like 100 acres, and it's all connected. I think we moved here when I was 7 or 8 years old. It started out as one little, pig path through the field, and then we kind of slowly added to it, added another part of a field, built the wood section, built all these big jumps and all the stuff. And
and like come down here. See, this is real soft, but you can go and like kind of berm jump it. You almost hit that tree, but it's pretty fun.
I mean, the last couple races, I feel like I'm making positive gains, you know, as far as fitness and hydration and just figuring some stuff out. You know, my goal, as soon as possible, I mean, I'm not going to put a limit on it, but as soon as possible is a top 5. I think that's a good place to start. You know, and I've run well inside the top 5 more than once. It's just finishing there. So I think, you know, just keeping after it, and it'll come. You know, I'm putting in the work, so I know it'll come. Pouring the coals to it. I'm guessing that comes from like steam trains. I don't know, like, you know, when they like want to go faster, pour the coals to it. I don't know. It just it's something that I guess I've always heard people say, and I said it.
That's good. Okay.
Kind of like I mean, people around here, let her eat, you know. Like, what does that even mean? But I kind of know what it means, because when you're on the track and like you want to hit this big double, like you kind of want to let her eat.
That's so good.